Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the things that we can expect to come in the 10.8 update, things like the 6th World of Warships birthday/anniversary, and the new game mode Convoys. The first thing that I want to cover is the Convoys event. The new game mode of Convoys is, in my opinion, a great addition to the game. This is something that I've been hoping that Wargaming had started to focus on more recently, as opposed to just the constant grind of adding premiums to the game. Content like this is something that the game desperately needs to shake up the gameplay, make it not be so grinding and stagnant, and just freshens it up, gives it something new to enjoy. However, we don't know if this is going to be a permanent game mode or if they're going to be removing it and taking it back off the shelf sometime in the future. Personally, I'm really hoping that this becomes more of a permanent event and that they either put this in some type of game mode rotation or just simply leave it permanently in the game. I would personally really like that. The new Convoys game mode pits two teams against each other, an attacking team trying to destroy the convoy ships, and a defending or protecting team which is trying to guide those convoy ships to the end of their objective. Both teams can see the convoy ship route on the minimap and can be very well aware of where those ships are going to be headed. The convoy ships have a few different methods that they have up their sleeves to actually evade your attacks. For starters, once you detect them and start shooting at them, they actually have deployable smokes, which can then obviously make them go into hiding and become undetected again. Another thing that they have going up for them is the fact that they have improved AI avoidance systems, meaning when you throw torps at them, they can actively dodge via changing their speed and angling to avoid those torpedoes. One thing that became abundantly clear when trying to play the new Convoy game mode is that everyone wants to play Battleship. There were oftentimes so many more battleships in queue than any other ship type, but the one that struggled the most to find ships were the cruisers. No one seemed to want to play cruisers in the game mode. I played cruiser a few times and can definitely see why that's the case. A lot of times battleships, when they see that you're in a cruiser, will just push you immediately and you can get overran pretty quickly. From my experience of playing the new game mode, I experienced that the transport team trying to get the convoy to the end goal struggled a little bit more than the attacking team trying to destroy the convoys. This was mostly due to the attacking teams trying to destroy the convoys. If they had good cruiser support with radar, hydro, etc., then those teams often could focus fire the convoy ships much easier than the defending team or the protecting team could try and defend those convoys. Because if all four convoy ships die, even though none of the protecting team ships have died, the game is still over. And that was one thing that I noticed, is that a few games, we had a full team left, but the enemy team had overran our position and had destroyed all the convoy ships without any of us dying. So that was one thing that was really interesting to see, because the games are not always the typical whoever can kill the most enemy players wins, which is what I enjoyed. That was the best part about it, was that it gave more of an objective style to the game besides just caps and location-based attacks. So that's my experience with the Convoy game mode. I'm going to let this video continue playing over the rest of the clip, so that way you can watch and just kind of get a feel for my experience of the gameplay as a whole. But now we're going to be moving on to talking about the birthday/anniversary event happening in 10.8 as well. During the anniversary event, we're going to be seeing a very similar event style as we've seen in the past with the anniversary events, where if you play specific tiers and play battles in those ships, you will be receiving either tokens, containers, items of some sorts, etc. So for most of the ships that you play during the anniversary event, you can receive a new type of token called an anniversary token. or I think Wargaming actually calls them birthday tokens. As it currently stands right now, in order to receive these tokens from playing the battles in these ships, you either have to 1. Get a win, or 2. Earn at least 300 base XP in a ship, which even for co-op battle is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So here's a breakdown of what you can expect to receive when you play a battle in each of these ship types. So for the tech tree ships, in tiers 5 through 7, you'll receive 1 anniversary token. In tiers 8 through 9, you'll receive 1 anniversary token and a gift container. And at tier 10, you'll receive a super container.
The ship is on fire.
Then for premium ships, this actually starts at tier 6. So at tier 6 and 7 premium ships, you'll receive 1 anniversary token. At tier 8 and 9, same thing with the tech tree ships, you'll receive 1 anniversary token and a gift container. And then at tier 10, 1 super container. It's important to note that this is actually different than last year / the previous years in general. Historically speaking, Wargaming has gone with more of a camo approach / container straight approach. So for instance, last year, the tech tree ships 5 through 7, you received anniversary camos instead of tokens. As well as at tier 9, you received 2 gift containers as opposed to this year's 1 gift container with an anniversary token. So the argument can be made that they're actually decreasing the amount of rewards being received by players for playing those ships. But tier 10 did not change, and has not changed ever since the beginning of the anniversary event style. But we can't exactly know what those tokens are going to be worth until the actual update rolls out, and then we see what we can actually purchase with those anniversary tokens, because that's not exactly known at this time. But on the flip side, the tokens could be a really nice change, because in the past, when you just received the anniversary camos, I know that for me personally, I immediately had sold those. I wanted the credits for them, I didn't really use them that often, just because I had so many other camos of other different types. So with people who have a lot of battles played and probably have an extensive camo collection, these camos are probably not going to be worth anything, or have not been worth anything for you in the past. So now, converting to the token style, it may change what we can purchase with those, and may give us more diversity in what our options are as far as receiving goods from this event. And also, just as a quick side note, the new Soviet Carriers event that's also going to be happening will also reward players with this new birthday token as well. So that's another way that you can get the tokens from accomplishing those missions, but it's not the main source, and that's why I haven't really dove into that nearly as much. So that'll wrap up most of this video on some of the things we can look forward to in 10.8. If you're interested, feel free to keep watching. I have a lot of fun in this Destroyer game playing the Convoys game mode, so enjoy, and thanks for watching.
Torpedoes, astern!
Enemy destroyer detected.
Engine boost activated. Smoke generator started.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted.
Smoke screen set.
Enemy battleship detected.
Torpedoes to port.